Welcome. I'm Tracy Irish, and this is a quick video to talk about the STEM Masters of Arts in Education program in the Education Department at UMBC. This program is for certified pre-K through 12 teachers who are ready to advance their career through a completion of a master's degree. A little bit of background about myself. I started as a research scientist, and after 15 years, I made the transition to high school teaching. I taught courses such as research and design, biology, earth space science, biology, technology education, intro to computer science, just to name a few. I've also worked at the Maryland State Department of Education as a specialist in teacher preparation, working with all of the higher education institutions in Maryland. And I've been at UMBC since 2004. I started as an evaluator on a National Science Foundation grant. And since then, I've been faculty in the Education Department, specifically within the Masters of Arts in Education program. And I've also been the director for the Center for Integration in Teaching and Learning. The STEM MAE program is a program that allows all teachers to learn more about STEM, more about the content within science, technology, engineering, and math. But I think more importantly, the interconnectedness and the cross-cutting concepts between these four disciplines and other disciplines. Interconnectedness is really essential to solving real-world problems that we're facing now, and ultimately will depend on the success of our current and future generations of students. This program is focused on an interdisciplinary approach to teaching and learning. I've had teachers from early childhood and elementary classrooms, as well as secondary teachers from, yes, the science, math, engineering, and technology disciplines, but also social studies, music, art, and even physical education, and they've all been successful in the program. I believe that the diversity of the teachers makes for great discussions so that teachers can learn from one another about their students and their classrooms. And teachers can make better connections across contents in ways that support students. STEM literacy is not just learning the content within a discipline, but learning more about the context of that discipline. How does the knowledge and abilities within a discipline help create and communicate within that field? And I think this is something that's really important for us to help students learn and understand how problems are solved. As teachers go through this program, they learn to reflect and develop, and these are just a few examples on questioning, developing really good open-ended questions for those class discussions and getting to those higher level questions with all students. Teamwork, how to help students communicate and collaborate meaningfully and effectively, but also as a teacher in the program, you'll be on teams and you'll do teamwork. You'll also learn more about project-based teaching and learning, how to implement ones that are already been developed, but also developing your own, making sure that your assessments are rubric-based and that you have accountability for both the teams and project-based learning and also for each individual. I think ultimately it's to help teachers build a more active classroom that really strives to meet the needs of all learners. In this program, you'll have the opportunity to see how STEM integration will provide the framework for aligning your classroom with real-world problems and help your students develop creative problem-solving skills. This integration will align seamlessly with the 21st century skills such as not only problem-solving, but communicating, collaborating, and so much more. You'll have practice to develop and implement STEM integrated lessons for your students. And this may end up helping your students see themselves as a future STEM professional. You may be thinking, I don't know if STEM's for me. I really don't, you don't feel like you know enough about it. Maybe the technology or the engineering has you worried. But you can see from this teacher that she didn't think she knew enough about STEM, and she was a science teacher. But she said that after just the first course, she really started feeling that she understood STEM and she loved it, and she was transforming her own classroom into a STEM-centric classroom, and that she's hoping by the end of the program, she'll be able to transform beyond her classroom. And that's really exciting for me to read about. I'm excited along with her. And here's another statement from a teacher who recently finished the program. I remember her applying to the program, and she was really nervous. She was worried about the academic writing and the academic pace of the program. And she remembered at the end of the program what I told her at the beginning. I said, if you're worried about your writing, you're going to become a better writer, and you're going to learn a lot during your journey. And she says, you know, she wanted to tell me she did learn a lot, and she's really learning to use what ideas she got from the program now and also in the future. So if you don't think STEM is for you, I want you to maybe rethink that. If I can just give you some quick facts about the program, there's 12 courses. You can see the courses listed there on the right-hand side of the screen. They're $1,000 per course. That's full tuition. There's no additional fees. And at the end of successful completion of these 12 courses, you will get your master's degree. There's no work beyond the 12 courses. If you're an early child or an elementary teacher, this program is also an approved program for the Maryland State Department's STEM Instructional Leader Pre-K through 6 endorsement. So if you're early child or elementary certified in Maryland, not only will you get the master's degree, you're also going to get that endorsement onto your certificate. I just want to leave you with my contact information. Feel free to email me or call me. I also invite you to check out the MAE website for events. I know we have an open house coming up and we have a lot of different things going on, and I look forward to hearing from you.